Hi everyone, welcome back to Flourish, and in this video we're going to be looking at the part 5 of the Catch the Apple game. Now let's check out where we stopped in the last video. Alright, so when I click on flag, now when I lose this, it's going to say you lose, but my apple is still moving. I do not want that for my apple. Alright, so to do that, we're going to debug everything we have in this code. We're going to debug everything, and then at the same time after debugging, we're going to finalize on our project. Now let's get started. Now the first thing I want to do is, I notice that my scores is not appearing. I need to bring that back. I need to bring my scores back so that it can appear on the screen. So I go to variable and then I click on my scores right here. Alright, so let's get started. So the first thing I want to do is that I want everything to stop, and I want all of this thing to fade away. Now how do I do that when the game ends? So I'm going to do that by using a broadcast. I'm going to be broadcasting a message, and that message would be you lose, for when the person loses the game, and then I'm going to broadcast another message that says what you win. Now what this would do is that it's going to help us finish the game in a way that it's going to look more real, instead of we having the apple fall even after our game is over. So now how do we do that? So after broadcasting, we catch each broadcast on each sprite. So the first sprite will be the text. I want the text to disappear. So I'm going to go to when I receive you lose. I want it to fade away, and now this is our code for fade away. Alright, but now I want it to fade away in a faster, so I'm going to use 10. In fact, I'm going to use 520. So this will be faster. So I'm going to drag that and drop inside the button. I'm also dragging inside the ball, and I'm dragging inside the apple. Now by doing that, everything will disappear. So now let's go to the start button. Also, that also fades away. Let's go to the ball, it fades away. Let's go to the apple also fades away. But now what thing I also want to do is that I want to hide my scores when the game is over. I don't want anybody to see what's going on in the back end of our scores. So I'm going to put hide scores. And the last thing for us to do actually is to reduce the volume of our sound also. So to do that, I'm going to say go to event and say when I receive you lose the game. When I receive you lose the game, I want to reduce the volume. So I'm going to go to sound and drag and change by -10, but this time around, now I want it to change by -10, but it's going to go slowly. So I'm going to put it inside a forever loop. In fact, I want it to go faster, so -50. Yeah, so like that, our volume goes off, our sprite goes off, but we have our you lose out there. Alright, now let's check that out. So now click on flag now. Now when I lose the game, everything goes up and I have you lose. Yeah, so that is exactly what we want, but we want to stop everything that is happening. So to do that, we just go to event and then we stop all. Yeah, or you could just specify by saying stop this sprite. That's the first one. Also, we need to stop this sprite. Stop this sprite also, and we stop this sprite. Now we do that for every of the sprites. And then we stop this sprite. Now that should work for everything. So now let's check it out again. So when I lose now, everything goes up, but we have you lose. That's all. That's it. So when I click on the flag again, now there's a problem. The problem is that we're not seeing our score when I click on flag. Now to do that, we need to bring back our flag. So just go to when flag is clicked. Go to the background and say when flag is clicked. When flag is clicked, I want you to show me my variable scores. Yeah, so let's check that out. Yeah, so our game is back. So when I lose, everything goes up, and that's all. That's all. All right. So that is for you lose. Now to do the same thing for you win, it's same thing. Just all you need to do is you duplicate, and you see what when I receive your win, I want to do the same thing. That's all. I want to do the same thing. So I'm just going to duplicate and just change it to you win. All right, can we quickly do that? We'll duplicate and I'll change it to you win. We'll do that also for the last one, duplicate and I'll change it to you win. And that'll be all. So let's check it out now. Now the condition for you win would be when it gets to 50. And so, but I'm very sure it's going to work. But now there is another problem that we have that we're going to debug right now. I'm going to show you, and we're going to work on that right now. 9 and 10. So now we have 2 apples. Yes, we have 2 apples. But now the challenge is when this falls back to 10, it's going to, you see, hold on, let me do this. It's going to increase by 3. Yeah, because it's coming back to 10. Now the reason that is happening is because we've actually given an instructions that say that when scores is equals to 10, let's clone the apple. So when we have now increased the scores to like 15 and then we fall back to 10 again, it's going to clone another apple. So we're going to have like 3, and we do not want that. Now the reason that is happening is because we set the condition to follow the scores. But why can't we just create another variable that will keep count of the catch and not the scores? And this is how we're going to do it. So I'm going to create another variable and I'm going to call that apple catch. Now remember, apple catch doesn't tally. Apple catch does not tally with the scores, but we can now use the apple catch to control the number of apple that drops. Now this is how we're going to do it. Now after we said apple catch, so now when the apple touches the bowl, increase the scores, and also at the same time I want you to increase apple catch. But now we're going to set apple catch also. We're going to set apple catch also to 0, to always start from 0. I hope you understand that. So that's the first thing you're going to do. We're going to set apple catch to 0, set score to 0, but now we're going to change score by 1 and also change apple catch by 1 at the same time. So we're doing it for all the codes. So we're changing score by 1, we're changing apple catch by 1. That's it. But the one that we want scores to be visible to the user, but we want to use apple catch for our clone. So in this case, we're not going to change the condition that says what? If scores equals to 10. No, that's not what we're going to use now. We're going to use if apple catch is equals to 10, clone. But that is not enough. because we are okay. That's enough because that is the only thing we need because we're not even reducing apple catch. All right, but there's another challenge that would be that at some point when apple catch gets to 20, maybe probably we want to actually increase also by 20. It's going to increase the number of clone if without regardless it's going to increase the number of clone regardless the score. So we need to tally that up together. So to do that, we're going to say um, the only situation we need is we're going to use the operator and we're going to use the and operator right now. That's what we're going to use the equals to sign. And now this is the only condition we need, that when apple catch is equals to 10 and scores is also equals to 10, this is the only time you should clone. I hope you understand this. That should be the only time the clone should happen. So whether the apple catch increases by 1 and then we do not want that. So at the point whereby the scores is equals to 10 and then the apple catch is equals to 10, then clone. So we're going to do that for the clone. When I receive clone, what I'm going to do is just to duplicate this condition and replace it with this. Yes. So this is the only condition that we need for it to be equals to 10. Sorry, for it to be cloned. Now let's check that out. So we do not want the users to see the apple catch, but let's check that out now. Now we've solved the problem. I'm very sure about that. Yeah, so now regardless of if I go up or down, you see now it's back to 10, but it's 2. Now watch this. Now it's still 2. Exactly, that's exactly what we want. Yeah, that is exactly what we want, and that is actually working already. So we've been able to solve that problem. But the challenge is if we continue this game like this, no one will be able to win this game because the apple is impossible. It's impossible to catch the second apple. In fact, it is impossible to get to 25 with this kind of game. So we need to actually reduce the speed of the clone apple by -2. So you're going to change it by, we want the second apple to be slow, so that at least after catching the first apple we can catch the second apple. Now let's check this out now. So I've reduced it here by saying what, change y by -3 for the clone, for the apple that is being cloned. Now let's check it out now. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see. I think this is going to be more challenging right now. All right. So can you see now? We can catch the second. At least we know that one is faster than the other now, and then we can catch our breath like that. This is more challenging. Yeah. So you can strategize on what to catch first. Okay, you understand what I'm saying? You can catch the faster one first, and yeah, something like this. Like this, oops, I missed that. Like this, we can get a winner. Okay, I could. You have to leave one, have to sacrifice one for the other. Yeah, yeah. This is more challenging like this. Yeah, I think this is more challenging like this. Oops, the first one. Oops. Okay. Yeah, this is the kind of game we're talking about. Oops. I hope I will be able to win this. Jesus Christ. Oh Lord, this is. I hope I'll be able to win it. I'm ready. Oops. Alright. Alright. Oh no. Which one? I missed indecision. That's in this indecision. Alright. Apparently on. Okay. Why is this game not so cool with me? Yeah, that's the move. 40. Wow. Yeah, almost there. I'm going to win this game before. Oh, whole lot of. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. So this is the kind of game I'm talking about. Um, I hope you'll be able to understand all of what I've done. I think it's okay like this. Let's leave the game like this. There's no need for us to actually make it too complex. But if you feel that there's a better way of, you know, making it more challenging, please feel free to let me know in the comment section below. And also, you can actually share your code even in the comment section. Share your scratch link in the comment section. Let's see what you're able to come up with. All right, so please do not forget to subscribe, tell your friends about this lovely channel. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay blessed and keep flourishing. Bye.